I believe God can't make mistakes.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, for sure, yeah.
So the Bible should have no mistakes in it.
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
I agree, yeah.
This is just sad. Christians, don't fall into this Dawa bro trap. He's about to show this guy on the street a supposed Bible contradiction.
It's a trap!
And if there were mistakes in the Bible, would you have a problem with that?
I would definitely question myself.
Let me show you one, okay?
Before we hear what he has to say, I think it's time for a healthy reminder. If you really did find a contradiction in the Bible, at best it might cause you to rethink the doctrines of inspiration or inerrancy. By the way, we aren't given a ton of info about these doctrines in the Bible anyway. No one needs to be a strict inerrantist in the very narrowest of sense in order to have rational confidence in the gospel of Jesus. Muslims, I got a newsflash for you. We do not share your weak and wooden view of inspiration. We are not dictation theorists.
Come on, man!
Aside from a few fringe groups, Christians typically don't believe that the Bible was verbatim dictated by God or the angel Gabriel. But the truth of the central claims of Islam absolutely hinge on the inerrancy of the Quran. One tiny little mistake in the Quran and it's game over.
Okay, so this is 2 Kings, okay? He's talking about Ahaziah, okay? The 2 Kings 8:26. He was 22 years old when Ahaziah began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Athaliah, the daughter of Omri. How old was he?
22.
22, yeah?
20 years old, yeah.
And who are we talking about?
Isaiah.
Okay? Now, if the same Ahaziah in Second Chronicles was 42 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned a year in Jerusalem, and his mother's name was Athaliah, daughter of Omri. If you can address this one point for me.
Quick, please.
So, why is God making a mistake here?
Okay, so what's the deal here? This one is probably the result of a copyist error. In the Masoretic text, the numbers are spelled out, 2 and 40, 2 and 20. But if they were originally written in number form, this discrepancy can be easily explained since Mem, 40, and Kaf, 20 are very similar. In fact, several ancient texts have 22 or 20 instead of 42 as given in the Masoretic text in 2 Chronicles 22:2. The Syriac and Arabic versions have 22. The Septuagint has 20. Clearly, these translations were based on earlier Hebrew text. However, the information available allows us to calculate Ahaziah's age. In 2 Kings 8:16-17, we read that Ahaziah's father Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king. It reads, "Now in the 5th year of Joram, the son of Ahab, king of Israel, Jehoshaphat being then the king of Judah, Jehoram, the son of Jehoshaphat, king of Judah, became king. He was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem." We also learn that in 2 Chronicles 21:5 and verses 20, that he died 8 years later after 40 years of age. Jehoram was 32 years old when he became king, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. He was 32 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 8 years in Jerusalem. And he departed with no one's regret. They buried him in the city of David, not in the tomb of kings. Obviously, Ahaziah could not have been 42 at the time of his father's death at age 40.
Is this it? Is this all you can conjure, Saruman?
A scribal error is a minor thing compared to the Quran making some real serious historical howlers. Like when the Quran says that the Jews believed that Ezra was the son of God, or that Christians believe that Mary was part of the Trinity, or when Muhammad seems to confuse Mary, the mother of Jesus, with Miriam, the sister of Moses and Aaron, or the fact that they say that Jesus was never crucified, making Allah a deceiver and the founder of a false religion in their eyes. Christians, don't play into these silly Muslim apologist games.